Hello, welcome. Happy solstice, namaste. I am Shannon, and tonight I am going to be here with you celebrating the solstice, talking about rebirth, letting go of some energy that is old, we are done with from 2023, and getting ready to move on to 2024. So, welcome in. My name is Shannon. I am a spiritual seeker, a tarot reader, a medium, and just a fellow human here on earth trying to just live, right? So, one of the things that we have done across the world since ancient times has been to notice the solstice. We've noticed. We've noticed when the sun has risen in the sky. We've noticed where it is, and we've noticed its setting. And the ancient peoples have noted how at this time of the year, the sun is about to go into Capricorn about a few hours from now. And every single year this happens, it's the time of year where the longest night and the shortest days now start to change the balance, right? So we start to have the days getting a little bit longer, the nights getting a little bit shorter. I know I'm ready for that. And part of the whole just journey of the soul is kind of like that, if you really think about how the solstice is a really good representation for all of us. And especially in the last couple of years, so many people have experienced these darker shadow energies. So many people have been feeling it. So this is for all of us, this ceremony tonight. So a welcome in. You don't have to have all of the things to do this ceremony. I have you covered on this, but also know that you can do this again on your own later. You can copy anything I'm doing here. And just part of the reason I do this is to help people kind of know how to navigate a spiritual awakening type experience. So for sure, the solstice is kind of one of those things that highlights these points, these transitional points that we all go through. Like I was saying, we've been through some dark things. So part of the solstice energy helps us to let go and to move forward into some new transitional energy. So one of the things we're going to do in the ceremony tonight is we're going to release, we're going to thank some of the darker energies, because of course we know that actually the dark is here in service of the light, the higher kind of view of it. If we look at it from our higher soul's perspective, the way that our higher self, our soul team, the way that the universe is kind of looking at this, we know that the darkness and the challenges that we all go through are meant for our best and highest good. So we're going to thank those energies, and then we're going to release. We're going to use a little bit of tarot to talk to the universe, and we're going to set some intentions for the new coming year. 2024 is going to be 100% wild, and I am here for it. I'm really excited for it, and I'm excited to have you with me. So okay, let's first start talking about the transformational power just of the solstice. So as I was saying, there's a lot of energy around the solstice. People have been doing these ceremonies. There's temples built all over the world that are specifically set up to receive the new energy of the solstice. You know, it's like the sunlight going through Stonehenge at that one moment every single year. So what I love about that is that there is a rebirth, and it's like Father, Son, Mother Gaia. When we think about the energy of the sun, the source, you see why people worship the sun. You see it. We wouldn't be here without the source energy of the sun. So when we go through these processes like the sun does, like the earth does, kind of going back to the idea of the sun setting and going into the underworld and then rising again, that's us. That's our souls. So part of that is the release of last year, the old energy. And I want to actually call in, before we kind of really get into it, I want to call in a little bit of support for us, and I encourage you to do the same during this solstice, or any time really that you need some spiritual kind of boosting. So first, I just want to thank the universe for the opportunity to be able to channel some light. I want to call in my ancestors, my soul team, my guides, to help channel some messages through for all of us. And I invite you to do the same. Invite in your soul team, your ancestors, your guides, to help you get specific messages, whatever you need to hear. Maybe there's something you'll hear that'll resonate with you. Keep that. Use that. If there's something that doesn't resonate, well, maybe that's not for you, and that's okay. So let's just think about the things that the life that you've been living, the experiences you've been having, how they actually have helped you to transform. And I just invite you to, thank those energies. Part of the ceremony we're going to do, we are going to thank those experiences, those lessons that we had that were maybe a little bit tough for us. We're going to thank those and let them go and be transmuted into light. So it's really important for us to be able to do that. At this point, I want to actually pull a tarot card for us. I've got this Druid tarot craft. I don't have the box by me to see who wrote this, but I'll definitely put this later in the description. But in the sense of what can we hear from the universe to help us process all of the letting go that we need to do. And just, I know that there's been so many people out there that have been not only going through this shadow kind of facing and releasing process for themselves, but almost for their whole ancestral line. People have been transmuting things that have been like in their families for like generations. So I just send you some power and healing towards that if that is you. And let's see what the universe has to say to us about this. This couldn't be more perfect because this is actually the Six of Swords. And I don't know how good you can see it. This is a card that represents a journey. This is us on a journey. We've been on a journey. For sure, your soul's been on a journey, and it's going to keep going on that journey. It's going to keep going. That's why we're here. So I love how they're looking forward, and you can see on the boat, it's actually like being pushed along there by the Grim Reaper, by Chiron, right? Chiron, the wounded healer, by the way. And we know that that's part of why we've experienced everything we have. We wouldn't be who we are now without having all of that. So, it's a journey, and we can release and let go of the things that no longer serve us, and we can take into our life the things that we need. Okay. On that note, so I've got some candles. We're going to do a little bit of candle ceremony here before we get into intention, kind of on the same note of just the release. And I've got a black candle here that's going to represent those dark energies that we want to let go of, the ones we want to release. Now, before I get into that, I'm going to actually dress this candle. They call it dressing the candle. And what you do is you take some type of oil. I've got a little bit of rose oil that I'm going to use. And I'm going to put it on the candle, just a little on my finger on the candle. And part of why I'm doing this is because I want to create a psychic bond with the candle itself. I want to put some intention in here. I'm trying to release some darker energies. So I'm going to connect to the candle with the oil. Then I've got some herbs here. And these are herbs that I grew in my garden. So I do have a connection to these herbs, but you can use anything you want here. Just roll the candle in there. And again, this is just for your connection purposes. You don't even have to do this part. But as we put that in, I want us to be specific about the lessons that the darker energies can teach us. What kinds of things do we learn from those type of energies? I'm just going to name a couple. So I just want you to think about what you might have learned from a darker energy. So I've learned maybe humility, patience, wisdom, forgiveness, self-acceptance, I think sometimes the darker energies are there to show us some contrast, like what we don't want. So I just want to actually thank the darker energies and all of the lessons and all of the soul contracts that have come up to help me out with this. One of the things that I know that's going to happen and is happening at the solstice, but for sure happening in next year, is we are definitely going to have some new soul contracts come online, and we are absolutely going to release some things that we are here to let go of. So I'm going to light this candle here, and I'm going to thank all of the lessons for all of us that we've needed to have, that we've needed to know, we've needed to see that. Thank you, universe, for showing us all of those things that we needed to know that maybe we didn't know before. So I just send that out to you, to anybody who needs some healing as far as all of that goes, that shadow work goes. You are a divine soul. You're so brave to have gone through all of that, and you're still here. So I just send you some healing. I've got a little kind of like, I don't want to say poem, but like a little recitation here out of this, my beautiful book of shadows. And it is just a little thing that I'm going to say, and feel free to use this whenever, to sort of thank those darker energies. And it goes like this. Winter day of longest night, step aside now for the light. Thank you for the things you've brought that only darkness could have wrought. And that's what we were talking before about. Think about the things and just really release right now. I just want to help you release all of the things and the lessons that you needed to have. I want to help you release that. It's funny, my candle's going wonky on me a little bit. But like the universe be like that, right? Okay, so old energy. We thank you for all that you've done, for the lessons learned, for the victories won. We must, however, bid you adieu. For your reign is finished, it's over and through. Come forth, young king of newest light. Be born with ease, grow strong and bright. Gain strength and stature in the sky. Shed your warmth on us from now on high. So we welcome the new energies in of the sun, and we thank the beautiful opportunity that we've had to feel the darkness and to learn from it while we've had it. Okay, so now I'm going to bring out a candle to represent the light. So I've got yellow here. You can use any color, of course. So let's now think about our new intentions. Let's talk for a second about intentions, and I'm going to pull an oracle card for us. What is an intention? But it's a desire that you want to see manifest. And when we think about how do we manifest in our lives, yes, we have to think of it. Yes, we have to believe in it. Yes, we have to know that it's ours and that we can have it, but we have to be willing to have all that so that we take the action and do it, so that we do it. So it means if you want something, you go for it. You don't talk yourself out of it. You don't tell yourself you can't have it, you're not good enough, you're not worthy of it. All of that, we'll need that anymore. We're going to let that all burn out, and we're going to bring in what we do want. I like to have like a little bit of object of focus sometimes when I'm setting an intention. And I brought a crystal out. This is just some crystal quartz. And because part of what I'm trying to manifest has to do with boosting my own clarity inside, my own intuition, and I really want to be able to build that. So I'm going to focus in on this, and I'm going to use this crystal as a focus point. So later, when I think about this intention, I can pick this up and use it, okay? But I'm going to bring in the light through this candle before I do it. So the intentions that you have are the things you're going to make happen. They are the things you want to put a little power and energy behind. And the universe is behind you at this time right now. Think about it. This is when the source light, the divine light of the sun is starting to be boosted up again and is going to be sending you the power and energy to get going, the things that you want to get going. I know the astrology of next year, and I know that we have a lot of power going forward to get the things that we want in our lives. So I'm grateful for that. So I have this enchanted map deck that I'm going to pull a oracle card out of before we light this second candle and really get our intention set. Okay, this is a really cool deck. I really love it. Wow, I don't think I've seen this card yet. It's called Spirit of Place. Just check out the beautiful art on this deck. It is gorgeous. This is Colette Baron Reed who does this deck. I'm going to set this here, I think. You can see that. Okay, I want to read the book because what number am I looking at? 4. Number 4. That's nice. If that means anything to you, I love that. Okay, so number 4, Spirit of Place. Wow, perfect. Our ancient ancestors believed that every place has a spirit looking after it or embodying it. Just as we have a soul, the plants, the trees, the birds, the mountains, the rivers, they have their own essences. When the Spirit of Place arrives in your reading, it says that the answer to your query is in the overarching theme of your circumstances. Is your question about a struggle? The answer is to relax and let go of your need to control the situation. This is great advice for us coming up. We're going to be doing a lot of surrender next year. If your inquiry relates to finding love, then embody love rather than longing for it. Very nice. Once you find the essential truth that underlies your question, then name it, and you'll discover the answer you've been seeking. Your greatest power is in your authenticity. This is perfect. This is literally referring to our intentions, and it's telling us to name it, and it's telling us to feel into it. So if it's something like I want to have, and I loved what it said about if you want love, then you embody love. So if you want something, you become it. So if I want to have some clarity, I want to have a higher amount of intuition, I really want to be able to be a more intuitive person, then I really need to embody that. And that's really what this means. So I'm going to name that for myself. I want you to name your intention now. So just tell yourself, this is it. This is the thing that I'm going to have the universe support me with. Send that out into the universe. And we are all here collectively supporting that for you. So I am now going to light this yellow candle. I like to use fire as an intention. The moon's in Aries tonight, which is nice because this helps us. So fire is a really nice symbolic way to start something, to burn. It just helps you burn. So when I tune into some meditative practices to bring about my intentions, I very often light candles to help me just focus that in and call upon the power of the fire, because it also reminds me of my divine source inside of me, my divinity, my own power. And part of setting intentions for you in your life is believing that you can have that, you can be that, you can do that, and you have the ability to be and do anything that you want. So I give you some love and some light towards that objective. So this is the intention ceremony that I send out to you. I send this out to the universe. I share this with anybody who wants to hear, and all who hear are welcome to have it. So thank you so much. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you for watching this if you watch this later. I know that we are all here to lift each other up and to be our own kind of cheerleaders for ourselves, but those that we love. So with that in mind, I just send you light and love and healing and good wishes to you in the new year. And I hope to see you again soon. Thanks so much for coming to my live. Let's see if I can figure out how to turn it off now. Okay, for sure we're in this together. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm gonna try to figure out how to Hare Krishna, for sure. I don't know how to turn it off. Bye.